A prosperous entrepreneur hurled his coffee into the motorcyclist's face and sneered with contempt. "Leave my establishment, you disgusting creatures," he commanded. 20 minutes later, he found himself pleading desperately for forgiveness. The incident unfolded at the Sovereign, the most elite dining establishment in Dallas. Jax, Griffin, and Hawk arrived with 5 fellow riders, all dressed in their signature leather vests. The hostess regarded them with obvious disdain. "I believe you gentlemen have made a wrong turn," she said dismissively. "We have a reservation," Griffin responded courteously. "Hawk party of 6. There must be some confusion," she maintained stubbornly. "There's no confusion," Griffin assured her. "We're celebrating my daughter's engagement this evening." At that moment, Victor Sterling rose from his $1,000 meal. Sterling controlled a significant portion of Dallas's commercial real estate holdings. His net worth exceeded $300 million, matched only by an ego of astronomical proportions. "Your presence is contaminating the very air I breathe," Sterling announced at full volume. Every patron in the restaurant turned their attention to the confrontation. "We're simply here to enjoy a meal," Jack stated with remarkable composure. "Not in any establishment I frequent," Sterling proclaimed authoritatively. "You're not the proprietor of this restaurant," Hawk observed matter-of-factly. Sterling's smile turned ice-cold. "I own the property this building occupies, as well as the financial institution that holds its mortgage." He approached their table, his personal security guard maintaining close proximity. "Look at you, degenerates, undoubtedly peddling narcotics and terrorizing law-abiding citizens." Griffin's jaw muscles tensed visibly. "Sir, we're military veterans here for a family celebration. I wouldn't care if you claimed to be the Holy Father himself," Sterling retorted. "Garbage doesn't dine in the same establishment as me." Griffin's daughter, Lily, emerged from the restroom wearing her finest dress. "Dad, what's going on?" she asked with concern. Sterling examined her from head to toe with an unsettling gaze. "This attractive young woman is your daughter?" The manner in which he spoke created an uncomfortable atmosphere throughout the room. "She must have inherited her appearance from her mother," Sterling leered inappropriately. "Certainly not from you animals." "Don't you dare speak to my daughter," Griffin warned in a dangerously quiet tone. "Or what consequences will I face?" Sterling challenged mockingly. "Will you resort to physical violence? Go ahead and prove you're exactly the savage I've described." He seized his coffee cup and threw its contents directly into Griffin's face. The scalding liquid ran down Griffin's beard and onto his vest, saturating the patches that held profound personal significance. "There," Sterling announced triumphantly, "I've just enhanced your aroma." The entire restaurant fell silent, anticipating an eruption of violence. Griffin smiled with chilling menace. "Hawk, place the call. If you believe motorcyclists represent good people, please like and subscribe to this channel. Demonstrate your support for us." Hawk retrieved his mobile phone. Sterling laughed derisively. "Summoning additional biker trash? I'll ensure you're all arrested." Within 10 minutes, the street resonated with the thunderous sound of motorcycle engines. 200 riders encircled the Sovereign. They made no attempt to enter. They simply revved their engines in perfect synchronization, causing the restaurant's windows to vibrate. Sterling continued laughing mockingly. "You believe I'm intimidated by motorcycles?" Griffin produced his phone and displayed the video recording to Sterling. "You've just committed assault against a military veteran, and it's been captured on camera." "So what?" Sterling scoffed dismissively. "So we've gathered comprehensive information about your identity," Griffin explained calmly. "Victor Sterling resides at 4827 Mockingbird Lane in Highland Park." Sterling's arrogance faltered momentarily. "Your wife's name is Eleanor," Griffin continued deliberately. "Your son, Victor Jr., attends Yale University. Your daughter, Sophia, is enrolled at boarding school in Connecticut. Are you making threats against my family?" Sterling demanded with rising panic. "Absolutely not," Griffin clarified. "One never targets innocent individuals. but we do ensure that everyone understands precisely what kind of person you are. Hawk raised his phone, revealing an active live stream. 50,000 viewers are watching this encounter in real time. "You're broadcasting this live," Sterling said, his complexion draining of color. "Every motorcycle club across America is witnessing this," Blaze interjected. "That's the meaning of a code black alert." Sterling's phone began ringing insistently. He answered with trembling hands. "Mr. Sterling," a voice stated, "this is Channel 7 News. We're receiving reports that you assaulted military veterans." He disconnected abruptly. The phone rang again immediately. "This is the Dallas Morning News. Would you care to comment on the videos circulating online?" Additional phones began ringing simultaneously. His wife calling, his business associates, his country club membership director. "Make this stop," Sterling demanded desperately. "Can't halt the internet," Griffin stated with simplicity. The riders positioned outside were now doing something wholly unexpected. They had fallen completely silent, remaining seated on their motorcycles, but each one held a small American flag. Restaurant patrons began recording the scene through the windows. "Those are military veterans out there," someone whispered, in realization. "My God, Sterling attacked veterans," another patron exclaimed. The restaurant manager appeared, perspiring visibly. "Mr. Sterling, I must ask you to leave immediately." "What? I dine here weekly," Sterling protested indignantly. "Not any longer," the manager stated firmly. "We don't serve individuals who assault veterans." Sterling's bodyguard stepped away from his employer's side. "I'm finished here. My brother serves in the Marines." "You're employed by me," Sterling shouted frantically. "Not anymore," the bodyguard declared, walking toward the exit. Griffin rose slowly to his feet. "Here's how this situation will proceed." Every rider in the restaurant stood in solidarity with him. "You're going to offer an apology to every veteran present," Griffin instructed. "Never," Sterling spat defiantly. "Alternatively," Griffin continued, 200 riders will legally follow your movements everywhere you go." "That constitutes stalking," Sterling claimed desperately. "No, that's exercising our right to ride on public roads," Hawk corrected him. "It's perfectly legal." "Imagine commuting to work with 200 motorcycles in your wake," Blaze added pointedly. "Every business meeting, every golf outing, every dinner engagement," Iron enumerated. "We'll park outside your office building," another rider stated. "We'll ride past your country club," said another. "Real power isn't derived from money. It comes from standing united. Like and subscribe if you understand this principle. It's completely within legal boundaries," Griffin emphasized, "simply exercising our constitutional freedom to ride." Sterling's phone erupted with incoming notifications. The video had achieved viral status. His company's stock value was already declining. "This is extortion," he screamed frantically. "This is accountability," Griffin corrected him. Lily stepped forward with dignity. "Mr. Sterling, my father completed 3 combat tours in Afghanistan. Hawk lost his leg serving in Iraq," she continued, gesturing toward Hawk's prosthetic limb. "Blaze rescued 17 people from the Twin Towers on September 11th. "These aren't animals," Lily declared firmly. "They're heroes you just disrespected." The other restaurant patrons began standing up individually. "Not riders, ordinary citizens." "I'm a veteran as well," an elderly gentleman announced. "Korea, Vietnam," said another patron. "Desert Storm," said a woman dressed in business attire. Soon half the restaurant's occupants were standing. All were either veterans or family members of veterans. "You've insulted all of us," the elderly Korean War veteran stated solemnly. Sterling now found himself surrounded not by riders, but by ordinary Americans who had served their country. His phone rang once more. He glanced at the screen and his face turned ashen. "It's the board of directors," he whispered. Griffin smiled knowingly. "You'd better answer that." Sterling answered the call. The entire restaurant could hear the angry voices through his phone. "You're suspended, effective immediately," the voice bellowed. You've destroyed our company's reputation. Sterling dropped his phone. His empire was collapsing in real time before his eyes. Please, he begged Griffin. Make this stop. Apologize, Griffin said simply. Sterling's pride battled with his desperation. Outside, 200 riders waited with extraordinary patience. Finally, his resolve crumbled. I'm sorry, he mumbled barely audibly. Louder, Griffin commanded. I'm sorry for insulting veterans, Sterling said with increased volume, tears streaming down his face. And, Hawk prompted, and for throwing my drink, Sterling choked out. And, Blaze added, and for calling you animals, Sterling completed. Griffin nodded toward the window. The riders outside began departing one by one. The live stream concluded, but the damage had been inflicted irreversibly. The video had accumulated 10 million views. His face became an internet meme. How to destroy your life in 20 seconds. Griffin's daughter enjoyed her engagement dinner in peace. The manager provided the entire meal complimentary and donated $10,000 to a veterans charity. The Road Guardians became celebrated as the motorcycle club that dismantled a billionaire without delivering a single punch. Griffin preserved his coffee-stained vest. He never laundered it. When people inquired why, he would explain, it serves as a reminder that sometimes the most effective revenge isn't violence. It's allowing a person to destroy himself while the entire world bears witness. A year later, Sterling sent Griffin a letter from Oklahoma. I'm sorry, he wrote. I embodied everything you said. I wasn't an animal. You demonstrated more restraint than I could ever possess. Thank you for teaching me that genuine power isn't money. It's brotherhood, it's honor, it's knowing when not to fight. Griffin had the letter framed in the clubhouse. Below it hangs a photograph from that evening, 200 riders holding American flags while a millionaire pleads for mercy inside. The caption reads, "The night we won without fighting." Every year on the anniversary, the Road Guardians return to the sovereign. They toast with coffee, but never throw it, because warriors don't need to prove their strength to the weak. They simply need to wait for the weak to prove their own weakness to the world. Victor Sterling threw coffee in a rider's face. The rider threw back something far more devastating, truth, and truth destroyed him more completely than fists ever could. That's what authentic riders do. They protect, they serve, and when someone attacks them without provocation, they allow that person to destroy themselves, all while sitting calmly on their motorcycles, holding American flags, reminding everyone who the real heroes are. Not the man with $300 million, but the men with 300 brothers. I believe it now. Riders and veterans are the good people. Stand with them. Like and subscribe to show your support.